Hi, I'm Sarah Court. I am a doctor of physical therapy. I live in Los Angeles where I work with patients locally, and then I also train people virtually all over the world. And I ride motorcycles.
You do?
And people find that very surprising. One of the things that we run into a lot with women is that there's this idea that lifting isn't for them, it's gonna be too hard maybe. But there are 3 movements that you are doing every day that are actually lifting movements. Getting in and out of a chair, picking up groceries off the floor, and putting something in the overhead bin when you're traveling. If you have a body, you probably get in and out of a chair, right? You sit down, you stand up, or you get on and off of the toilet. You sit down, you stand up. Well, believe it or not, that's a squat. One of the ways that you can make all of these daily activities feel a little easier is if you start lifting weights doing it, right? You start doing a squat with a bar, or maybe it's a little much and you start with some hand weights, whatever you need, you're gonna notice that getting in and out of that chair, getting on and off the toilet doesn't feel so hard anymore. Deadlift is an exercise that people often are scared of. It sounds scary. You're lifting something that's dead, like what is it? But essentially it's just picking something up off the ground. So if you've ever put groceries down on the ground to like open the door and then you gotta go pick them up again, you've done a deadlift. Henry! Here he comes. You can hear the like, can we pick up a Henry? Oh, yes. Are we ready? Ready? Man. Oh, what a good guy. What a good guy. Thank you. So yeah, there's a movement you do with a barbell, or if you're new, you can do it with hand weights. It's called an overhead press, where you're literally taking weight and pushing it overhead. It's the exact same thing as, you get on the plane, you have to put your bag in the overhead compartment. You gotta pick it up off the ground, put it over your head, right, to put it in the compartment. That's an overhead press, or sometimes it's called a strict press. It's the same move. And if you get stronger in the overhead press by using weights, you're gonna be like flinging that bag. It's like not gonna be, you're gonna be helping other people with their bags. It's gonna be so easy. In my career, in my work as a PT, my biggest emphasis is getting my patients strong. We see this for women as they get older. You actually lose the capacity to do simple movements like getting in and out of a chair. This is where you see people having falls. When older people have falls, it's not that they were walking down the street, it's they were trying to move from sitting to standing, they lost their balance. So it's so important to continue to be strong into your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I was a yoga teacher for a long time, and I kind of reached the limit of what I could do. Because I'm hypermobile, and so in a lot of ways yoga is very attractive because all of these really deep poses and things, you could get into them. I could get into them without any problem. Then you get these like weird aches and pains, things start clicking that feel like they shouldn't be clicking. The biggest difference that I saw once I started lifting weights, a lot of the little sort of niggly aches and pains, oh my neck hurts but I'll go to yoga and it'll feel better, those just went away. So it really kind of showed me in my own body, and I see it for my patients as well, that getting as strong as you possibly can is honestly like the best thing you can do. Lifting weights, and in particular starting to lift heavy weights, is very much like effort, rest. And you need the rest, right? A lot of the time the rest is longer than the effort. But you kind of have to wrap your head around it a little bit, because especially as a woman, we're used to this idea of like, ooh, keep my heart rate up and all this kind of stuff. But it also leaves you feeling different afterwards. You don't walk out of doing some lifting feeling like someone just wiped the floor with you, which sometimes if you do like a really intense cardio class, you might feel that way, right? Things feel hard, certainly. Afterwards, I always feel like a little bit tougher, like a little more badass, a little more like, nobody's gonna mess with me today. It just kind of gives you a little bit of that self-confidence. And I see that a lot for my patients as well. With my mom, I just started my mom lifting, and she told me after about a month, she was like, when I have to take the dog out at night, I'm not so scared anymore. And I was like, that's so amazing. Hey Mom.
Hi.
You can come, hi, this is my mom.
I think it took Sarah a while to get me interested. But then once you do it, you realize how you do just gain more
Henry.
more power and more. I notice when I play tennis, I notice when I'm just lifting things that ordinarily I wouldn't even think I could. It's not an issue.
So it's a confidence booster in so many ways. It's gonna make your life easier to live. You're gonna enjoy your life more. You're gonna be able to do things like travel, right? You think about like how hard a day of travel is on a body. That can't be harder than like your 1 rep max, right? It needs to be something that you could do easily, right? If you're gonna still live your life to the fullest. So the biggest issue with not staying strong is that your life gets really, really small.
Oh my gosh, done.